Somebody asked, can you explain the fructose in the shakes? Absolutely. Fructose is, of all the sugars out there, fructose is the sweetest. That's why fruit tastes so good. All right. There's glucose in a carrot. Glucose does not taste like much. Glucose, apparently, if you take a teaspoon of the glucose, you're going to gag because it's so disgusting. The fructose is very sweet. The beauty about the fructose, when you take fructose in the shake, there's only about as much fructose sweetener in the shake as what there is in one apple. All right, so I know some folks are worried about it. But if you look at this, what happens is there's your stomach, there's your liver. I know it looks kind of weird. But when you consume fructose, only about 20% of it gets absorbed in the stomach. The other 80% goes through the liver. So that 20% that gets absorbed in the stomach will eventually become digested and broken down, and you'll get some glucose out of it, which is going to fuel your cells and your brain, all that kind of stuff. But the bulk of it goes to your liver, and it gets processed there, and whatever gets sucked out of the system if you have fiber in your diet. Now, the protein shake does have the fiber in it. All right. If you've got the fiber in there, what happens is that fiber, there's two of them. One of them makes like a network, and the other one makes like a gel, and you get this enormous, like a giant baseball glove, a sticky baseball glove. And then whatever sugars are left over, it's stuck in the fiber, and you just pass it out in the toilet. Okay, real easy. So the fructose in the shake, to me, is not a challenge because, like I said, it's the same as one apple. And does anybody ever complain about eating an apple a day? Remember that an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, there you go. A shake a day keeps the doctor away. There's a huge deficiency in what we've been taught. If you look at the food pyramid, okay, eat all these grains, and then your fruits and vegetables, a little bit of meat, and a little serving of fat on top. I believe, along with a lot of other people, that we as Americans are being deprived of good quality oils. You need oils to make your hormones. That's just the way it is, whether you like it or not. Your brain needs oil. Your brain is 65% fat. You need oils and fats, and in your diet, the cholesterol, along with sunshine to make vitamin D. All right. So the oils in our diet have been cut out. All these low-fat products that we buy 2% milk, 1% milk, 0% milk. What's in there? To me, it's just ridiculous. If God didn't want all that fat and the cream in the cow's milk, he wouldn't have put it in the first place. Why do we have to go and take it out? But the oils that we're getting from our grains are important. Like I said, for that cell membrane to function properly. Our fish oils are, if you open up that little fish oil capsule, inside that liquid gold that is in there, that's 100% cholesterol. It's an animal fat. It's cholesterol. And we've been told that don't eat cholesterol, it's bad for you, but take the fish oil tablet, that's good for you. Okay, so where's the logic? Again, my engineering brain says that doesn't add up. So we know omega-3s are good for the brain. And it's fish cholesterol. So we know it's good for the brain. We know it's good for blood pressure. We know it's good for helping with diabetes, inflammation caused by diabetes. The grain oils, the oils have been stripped out of our grains because it makes the food go rancid. There is no other company that I know of that has a little product, a little capsule full of oil that came from grains. I don't know any other company out there. There might be one, haven't heard of them, they haven't made headline news. So can't be that important for them. But the grain oils, we absolutely have to get those oils in our diet. All right. Now, understand something. You do need the grain oils, but don't be eating just grains because it's way too many carbohydrates. So you've got to cut down your carbohydrate intake. When you're getting those oils from your grains, get your little serving that you need from them. Supplement with other things like olive oil, good quality olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, all right? Those oils we need. So you got to get them from some of your grains, you get them from your tree, and then and you get them out of your diet as well. For people that are interested in a ketogenic style diet, a low carbohydrate style diet, how does NeoLife fit into that? NeoLife fits into that just perfectly. All right. The USDA recommends that we eat around about 300 grams of carbohydrates per day. And that, to me, that's just ridiculous. I remember listening to a nutritionist, Dr. Jim McAfee, and I was listening to one of his CDs, and he said if we had to eat all the grains that were on the bottom of that food pyramid, if we had to eat all of those servings per day, we would not fit through a doorway. We'd be so large. Okay? Now, if you look at what's happening, remember I started out and I said that 2/3 of America is overweight or obese. If you go look at what's on the marketplace these days in terms of food, there's a lot of prepackaged food. And I'm talking things like boxed cereals, pasta. I don't care how whole grain the pasta is. You take the whole grain away, you still have the pasta. Okay? All these man-made foods that are carbohydrate heavy, and they've had a lot of fiber taken out of it because you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't package fiber essentially, because once you've frozen the food that's got fiber in it, the fiber gets destroyed and then it becomes all soft and soggy. So a lot of fiber has been taken out of the food. They add other stuff back in afterwards. But I'm thinking, why take stuff out, put it on the shelf, add other stuff back to it to get to what it was originally? Why not just eat what it is originally? Okay. But in terms of NeoLife on a ketogenic style diet, to me, it works perfectly. Like I said, USDA wants us to eat around 300 grams of carbohydrates per day. If you decide you're going to eat less than that, let's say you say, I'm only going to eat 150 grams of carbohydrates per day, you are officially on a low carbohydrate diet. So whether you're eating 200 grams of carbs a day or 100 grams of carbs a day or 50 grams of carbs a day, that is a low carbohydrate diet. Now, a ketogenic diet is a bit more extreme. You're down to about 25 grams of carbs per day. So where does the protein shake fit in? I'm going to say, as far as I'm concerned, I don't count this as part of those carbohydrates for the day. As I explained, because of the sugar here, the fructose that's in here, only 20% of it is being absorbed. So the other 80% of these carbohydrates that are in here are just going down the toilet. All right? So adjust your diet accordingly. You know, have your shake every day. I have my shake every day. I'm trying to do a low carbohydrate style diet because I don't want all those processed carbs and things in my diet. Take your shake every day, adjust all your other macros accordingly. It's going to work out just fine. I have no problem suggesting people take NeoLife products if they want to do a low carbohydrate or a ketogenic style diet, Mediterranean style diet. To me, there's a whole lot more benefit in this than what there is risk if you're doing a low carb style diet. Okay, your nutrients that are in here, you got your fiber and you got your amino acids.